Quran Club. And welcome to Quran Club's Family Quiz Night, the world's first interactive quiz show where you can compete with people across the world on who knows the Quran best. We built this platform to help families connect together and the Quran during the global lockdown. If you like it, please share it with family and friends. But before we start, let's make sure you're set up correctly. First, you need two devices, ideally one with a large screen. Second, on the large screen, visit www.youtube.com/Quran Club and watch our live stream at 7 p.m. every Tuesday. Third, on the screen, you'll see a code and a set of instructions on how to join the quiz. Type them in and you're ready to go. But before we start, let's run over the rules of the quiz. First, only correct answer will score any points. Second, the faster you answer, the more points you get. But remember, it has to be correct. And finally, you can't change your answer once you've tapped it in. Now you're all set to go. We'll shortly be starting after 7 p.m. We're just waiting for people to set up and join. Listen carefully to my lessons in the video and read the sections of the Quran before the quiz to help you get the most answers correct. And may the best family win. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullah. Welcome to Quran Club's Family Quiz Night, the world's first interactive quiz show where you can compete with people across the world on who knows the Quran best. We built this platform to help families connect together and the Quran during the global lockdown. If you like it, please share it with family and friends. But before we start, let's make sure you're set up correctly. First, you need two devices, ideally one with a large screen. Second, on the large screen, visit www.youtube.com/Quran Club and watch our live stream at 7 p.m. every Tuesday. Third, on the screen, you'll see a code and a set of instructions on how to join the quiz. Type them in and you're ready to go. But before we start, let's run over the rules of the quiz. First, only correct answer will score any points. Second, the faster you answer, the more points you get. But remember, it has to be correct. And finally, you can't change your answer once you've tapped it in. Now you're all set to go. We'll shortly be starting after 7 p.m. We're just waiting for people to set up and join. Listen carefully to my lessons in the video and read the sections of the Quran before the quiz to help you get the most answers correct. And may the best family win. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullah. Welcome to Quran Club's Family Quiz Night, the world's first interactive quiz show where you can compete with people across the world on who knows the Quran best. We built this platform to help families connect together and the Quran during the global lockdown. If you like it, please share it with family and friends. But before we start, let's make sure you're set up correctly. First, you need two devices, ideally one with a large screen. Second, on the large screen, visit www.youtube.com/Quran Club and watch our live stream at 7 p.m. every Tuesday. Third, on the screen, you'll see a code and a set of instructions on how to join the quiz. Type them in and you're ready to go. But before we start, let's run over the rules of the quiz. First, only correct answer will score any points. Second, the faster you answer, the more points you get. But remember, it has to be correct. And finally, you can't change your answer once you've tapped it in. Now you're all set to go. We'll shortly be starting after 7 p.m. We're just waiting for people to set up and join. Listen carefully to my lessons in the video and read the sections of the Quran before the quiz to help you get the most answers correct. And may the best family win. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullah. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuhu. My name is Talha Ghannam. You're going to be your quiz master today for the first ever live, interactive family quiz that you can take part in your house, insha'allah. So, you probably watched on loop some of the instructions. Don't worry, we haven't set up the pin just yet, but we'll be setting it up very soon. But first, I'm sure you've been stuck at home, kind of working, looking after the kids. Make sure you do a nice big stretch, because I know I need one. Alhamdulillah, alhamdulillah. And of course, this is going to be a tense moment. I mean, we're going to find out who is most aware of the Quran and how it works, inshallah. So, before we start, I want to let you know a bit about how we're planning to do this. Each week, we're planning to do a quiz around a different chapter in the Quran. Some of the questions will be general knowledge. Some of them will be based on things I say within the quiz itself. But the idea is for you to learn something about the Quran, to connect in the Quran, and to give yourselves a bit of fun. Everybody we've done this so far has really, really enjoyed it. And I'm pretty sure you're going to enjoy it too. Now, in case you just tuned in and you missed the initial instructions, I'm going to play them one more time. Now, don't worry, the code on there is incorrect. I just made a new code, and a new code gets made every time, so don't worry. But just follow the instructions and make sure you have two devices. You have to have a phone, and you have to have another screen, ideally a big screen. So imagine you're watching it on TV, and your phone is your keypad. It will become clear later on, but just to make sure that it's all there, set that up ready. And I'm going to play the video. Welcome to Quran Club's Family Quiz Night, the world's first interactive quiz show where you can compete with people across the world on who knows the Quran best. We built this platform to help families connect together and the Quran during the global lockdown. If you like it, please share it with family and friends. But before we start, let's make sure you're set up correctly. First, you need two devices, ideally one with a large screen. Second, on the large screen, visit www.youtube.com/Quran Club and watch our live stream at 7 p.m. every Tuesday. Third, on the screen, you'll see a code and a set of instructions on how to join the quiz. Type them in and you're ready to go. But before we start, let's run over the rules of the quiz. First, only correct answer will score any points. Second, the faster you answer, the more points you get. But remember, it has to be correct. And finally, you can't change your answer once you've tapped it in. Now you're all set to go. We'll shortly be starting after 7 p.m. We're just waiting for people to set up and join. Listen carefully to my lessons in the video and read the sections of the Quran before the quiz to help you get the most answers correct. And may the best family win. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullah. So, hopefully those instructions are all clear. In case they're not, don't worry, we're going to repeat them one more time and I'll walk you through them for this first session. So, let me hide that and put this on for you all to see. So, you can see here, you have a PIN code, 2638102. You have to visit www.kahoot.it and type in this code. Once you type it in, you'll be asked to write your name. Now be sensible, there'll be kids on here, and there'll be families of course. So just choose something that is going to represent you, your family, or something fun. And of course, we're going to see who can be the best. This is going to be really good fun. Inshallah, I'm really looking forward to this. Make sure you're prepared. I'm going to warn you, we're doing this on Juz' 30. So it's going to be on Juz' Amma. And you need to be ready to make sure you're going to be as good as possible and you can answer as many questions as possible. I can already see people joining in. It's looking like it's going to be really good fun. The question is who is going to be the best person? I mean, for the first time, we're doing this global competition around the Quran. I don't think, actually forget that. I don't think we've ever done anything like this. Not just in the Quran, but anybody. Do you know of anyone who's done this? I don't know. I mean, we've got 27 players now, 28, it's growing. I'm going to give you guys a bit more time just to join, but I mean, look at that. It's going to be so much fun. And to be honest with you, I don't know, I've tried these questions
Some of them are hard, you know. Some of them I think you'll be fine, but I think some will be okay. Now, of course, I know, mashallah, tabarakallah, of course, you've all got the Quran sitting in front of you because you've just finished reading it, I know. Of course, I mean, what else have you been spending these days doing sitting at home except reading Quran? But, you know, just in case for those who don't, you know, if you don't have a Quran in front of you, get one. Put it in front of you because you're going to need it for some of the questions. This isn't a question of cheating because, like I mentioned, the faster you can answer, the more points you get. But you should have a Quran in front of you because it's going to make it more fun and it's going to allow you to answer some of those questions that are a bit more difficult. Now, for those of you who are sitting as a family who have other people, you can have different people with different phones or different pads that can all answer the question at the same time, inshallah. It's going to be really fun and really interactive. I actually can't wait to get it started. This is really a first. If it's fun, we're going to share it. We're going to hopefully get to as many people as we can. But you know, this is new for everybody, and we're going to be learning about this as we're going along. So, for those of you who need help, just to give you the instructions one more time, you type in this web link www.kahoot, KAHOOT.it. Once you visit that, it will ask you to type in a PIN code. And then this PIN code is here given to you, 2638102. Once you type that in, you just enter a name and you're ready to go. And it's going to be so much fun. Honestly, I can't emphasize just how much fun it's going to be. Because, inshallah, I don't think this has ever been done. Inshallah, once it grows, you can imagine thousands of people. The plan is getting prizes involved, doing this, that, and the other. But, you know, initially, wow. I don't know if you guys just noticed, Darth Vader has just joined. Guys, the Sith Lord himself has joined. Now, if Darth Vader does not win, I'm going to just close this competition. We've just defeated what countless generations of Jedis couldn't do. We beat the Sith. We beat the evil. That's incredible. See, that's the power of the Quran already. Look, I'm excited. It's going to be really fun. Inshallah. So people are joining, getting more and more people. We're going to start very, very soon. I'm going to give it 2 more minutes. We're going to start at 10 past. And it's going to be really, really funny, inshallah. So, wow. Mr. Kebab's just joined. Now, I hope he doesn't get eaten up alive in this quiz. Yeah, it's a bad pun. It's bad. It's not bad. I mean, give me some credit, please. Please. Don't worry, you're going to be tuning into a lot of entertainment, a lot of bad jokes. A lot of bad jokes, but it's okay because everyone loves a bit of bad jokes. I mean, what's it going to be like if you don't do a bit of humour here and there and, you know, keep it entertaining? Of course, mashallah, you're all, mashallah, you're probably all dripping with nur, the light is shining from your face because you're always reading the Quran. Maybe you don't do jokes, but you know, we like it so we keep it a bit lighthearted, inshallah. So, those of you who don't know me, my name is Talha. I'm going to be your quiz master. I'm sorry you're stuck with me, but you know, we'll try and introduce a few more people later on. But give it 1 more minute and we're getting ready to start just to see if anyone else is going to join us, insha'Allah. A few more seconds. You ready? You got your Quran ready? Get your mind ready? It's going to be interesting because we're about to start. So, this quiz has begun. So I'm going to read out the questions as they come. This first section is an overview section. It's to see how well you know the Quran, how well you know Juz at 30, and in fact how well you've been paying attention. So it's going to be quite fun. Let's see where you cope. Now there's a time limit. Can't go on forever. People will get bored. But once everyone answers the question, we'll kind of know that we can move on. But give it reason. It's going to time it out itself. But the faster you get there, the more points you get. But make sure you don't hit the wrong button. Right, let's go. Juz at 30 in the Quran is famously named Juz at what? Is it Juz at Amma, Juz at Tabarak, Juz at Qul, or Juz at Fine? Which one of those is it? Now don't get distracted by that picture. I know the sun is shining into your living room and you're really enjoying this, but which one is it going to be? Is it Amma, Tabarak, Qul, or Final? Now type in your answer, put it in, let's see those answers. I can already see people typing them in. Oh my god. It's actually nerve-wracking. I mean, imagine yourself, you know, and Who Wants to Be a Millionaire is the first question. We're getting up that rank wrong, seeing who can get the right answer. But I think, you know, I have faith in you guys. I think you're going to be able to answer all of these and you're going to get them right. So it's counting down. It's counting down, and we're going to see specifically how many answers are coming in, insha'allah. So, how many of you got it right? I hope you haven't pressed the wrong button. It's happened to a few people. It's happened quite a few times. But don't worry, it's going to be coming very, very soon. So time's up. 32 of you got it right. That is impressive. Give yourself a round of applause. No, we don't do a round of applause. Maybe we do Allahu Akbar. Takbir! I forgot I'm in my room. Can't hear anyone. But of course you're in the room all saying Allahu Akbar. Takbir! Allahu Akbar. Exactly. I know, you're all amazing. Round of applause. But let's see who's in the lead. Hidayat with 986. She must have hit that button before the question even appeared. I don't know how she got that, but this is impressive. It's tight though. It's very tight. 24 of you got it right. Next question. Which is the shortest surah in Juz at 30? Is it An-Nas, Al-Kawthar, Al-Ikhlas, or An-Naba? Tough question. Do you know the Quran? How well have you been reading this juz'? How well can you answer these questions? So the shortest. Now, we're not getting philosophical here. It don't matter which is the shortest and actual thing. I'm not talking about that. I mean, I don't know. I once asked one of my students, which surah do you read? And he always reads the same two in his salah because it's the shortest. Now, I'm hoping you're not that person. You're not reading the shortest two surahs every salah because you want to be done and custard. Of course we're not. You're reading Al-Baqarah. Of course, because that's the longest one. But we're not asking for the longest, we're asking for the shortest surah. Which one? Is it An-Nas, Al-Kawthar, Al-Ikhlas, or An-Naba? Now, it's going to be embarrassing if the kids and the parents get different answers here. Who knows? Maybe the kids end up getting the right answer. But we're going to find out. The right answer is Al-Kawthar, of course. Well done. Give yourselves a round of applause, but or takbir, Allahu Akbar, whatever you prefer. But inshallah, they are getting harder, don't worry. This is just a warm-up. Abu Yusuf has jumped into number 1 lead. Now, if you look at your mobile phone, you should be able to see the specific position that you are in. First, second, third, whatever. But Abu Yusuf, mashallah, the great scholar himself, I don't know. Allah knows best. But Basha, Ya Basha, Ya Basha, of course. If you ever go to Egypt, they'll call everybody Ya Basha, Ya Basha. He's number 2. But let's see. Which surah mentions the uncle of the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam? Is it At-Teen, At-Tariq, At-Takwir, or Al-Masad? Which one mentions the uncle of the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam? It's a tough one. Yeah, so you need to make sure you think about this carefully. There's points at stake here. It's not as simple as that. Now, have you been paying attention in that Quran lesson when your teacher's going through these with you and telling you which one it should be? It's going to all come out now. Your mom's going to maybe clip you metaphorically around the ear saying, why, I've told you this surah all the time and you don't know it? Inshallah. So we're getting the answers coming in. It's good to see so many people participating. It's good fun. Quite fun, inshallah. For those of you who've just joined or may have come late, you can find the pin at the bottom of the screen. Now, in one of our competitions, someone joined 3 questions late and they almost came first place. Almost. The person who did come first place used Google, but you know, we won't talk about that. Google, of course, is going to come first place, but the person who got it right was there. And the answer is Al-Masad. Well done. So, the pin is at the bottom. Go to the website to type the link, and I'm going to carry on with these questions. So, Al-Masad. Most of you are pretty on point. I'm impressed. Abu Yusuf is still at top. So, it's getting quite tight. So, somebody just jumped 11 places. Nusayba and Juri is the highest climber. Now, give him a big round of applause, because that is an amazing jump. Amazing. 11 places. But we're still looking for who's going to be number 1. So which of these surahs comes first? This is a hard question. Al-Layl, التين, الشمس, or الغاشية? Which one comes first? It's a tough question. You need to make sure that you type it in correctly, you press in the right button, and you get the right answer. Because there's no going back. Once you've pressed that button, you cannot go back. It's all done. But of course, you all know this surah already, like the back of your hand. You already, maybe, I don't know, got the Quran in front of you because you've been reading it all day and all night during this virus, of course. So I know. But inshallah, you get this perfect. Now, I wonder how many of you could name or read these surahs. Maybe we can do a bonus point. Maybe at some point we can introduce a microphone and ask you guys to read it out loud to us, and it's for some bonus points. But we've got 42 answers. It's getting interesting. So lots of people contributing, lots of people joining in. What's the final answer? Of course, it's Al-Ghashiyah. Now here's where we begin to see the weeds from the grass. We begin to sift through. It's going to be a lot of moving here in the leaderboard. Let's see where people end up. AD Crew has jumped to number 1, and we've got Basha still in number 2, but even though he got that wrong, it's kind of hard. Or maybe he just didn't do it quick enough. We've got the Alton Massive. Wow, big up Alton. Nice. And Ubadah and Huda in 4th place, and Muaz in 3rd. Muaz Alia Zaid. Good to see people joining in. It's a family competition. It's going to be so much fun. Someone's got 3 streaks. 3 players have got a streak of 3. So that's a 3 in a row. Right, let's see who gets all of them right. It'll be interesting. Which surah contains most ayahs in Juz' Amma? Juz' 30. Is it An-Naba, An-Nazi'at, At-Takwir, or Abasa? Now this is going to be tough. I wonder how many of you are going to get this one right. It's hard, but I think it's going to be interesting to see how many of you manage to get this 100% and get it all correct. So, is it An-Naba, An-Nazi'at, At-Takwir, or Abasa? Type in your answer. Let's see who gets them right. Good to see the numbers still coming along. 30, 31. To be honest with you, this is not the kind of thing they teach you. These are just experiments to see what questions people know. Have you ever counted the ayahs? I don't know. I'm sure you've all seen that video where that kid asks a question and he just reels it off like the back of his head. And just like, tells you, read the 3rd ayah of the 276 page, and you're like, it tells you this bit, and you're like, what? But it's very, very, very tough. Let's see how you get on. So, you ready? The answer is An-Nazi'at. 15 people got that right. A lot of people, it's a trick question that is. It's not An-Naba. And you can check it in your Quran, the one that you've been reading all day in front of you. You can check that right there, inshallah. So, there's going to be a lot of movement here again. We have AD Crew in number 1. Basha slipped to number 3. Ubadah and Huda jumped up to 2nd place. Getting tight. Abu Yusuf has made a reappearance. Some people have got a combo. Now I should have mentioned actually, a combo actually can score you more points if you're getting more and more right answers in a row. So let's go on to the next question. How many ayahs does it contain? Good thing I didn't say the answer a second ago. Is it 46, 47, 48, or 49? It's a tough one. It's a hard question. Let's see if you can get this right. Now, Kahoot have decided to introduce some music. Stuff. Maybe that'll add to the tense atmosphere, who knows? But hopefully you guys can not be distracted and still be focused on getting the right answer. How much is it? 46, 47, 48, or 49? Inshallah. It's tough, I'm telling you. You can't get all of these right. But let's see who can get the highest streak. Now, if I remember, there's a couple of you that have about 4 or 5 question streak right. You've got them all correct. Still, all of you there. Another 10 seconds left. Now, if you did open your Mus'haf and get the right answer, I don't mind that because you're learning something, and that's good because we want to teach you it. And of course, we're going to have some more stuff that has a bit more of a lesson involved. But this one is different. It's got 47. Only 7 of you got this right. Now, Good. Maybe a lot of you aren't cheating, which is good. But that's then it's not cheating. It's maybe learning. I don't know. But I think it keeps it fair. So the brother who's asking to put a cappella music, I'll send that message to this website. Unfortunately, it's not me in control of this. It's them. And AG Crew still in number 1. Arish has jumped a massive number of positions. He's in 3rd position. Ubaida just in 2nd. It's tight. It's tight. So, which surah contains the first ayahs revealed in the Quran? Now, this is just to lull you into it. Is it Al-Ikhlas, Al-Fatiha, Al-Alaq, or Al-Mulk? Is it Al-Ikhlas, Al-Fatiha, Al-Alaq, or Al-Mulk? Tough question. Tough question. Inshallah, you guys get it right. But I wonder how many of you have been paying attention. I don't think there's a single Islamic studies teacher in the history of Islamic studies or Quran that hasn't mentioned this story, that hasn't mentioned how and what are the first ayahs revealed and that whole story. It's a beautiful story, subhanAllah. I'll mention a bit of it to this, but I can't give it right now. I'm not going to slip. I'm not going to tell you the answer because then that will just ruin everything. I'll tell you after, but this is a really important part. Of course, hopefully you're all learning something new. You now know Surah Al-Nazi'at has 47 ayahs and it's the longest surah in Juz Amma. And inshallah you're all benefiting and gaining all this stuff as well, inshallah. So, very, very interesting. Good to see so many of you still participating with us. Hope you're enjoying it. Do let us know your feedback and let us know how you're finding this as well. We'd love to hear the thoughts. And good to see 38 people got the answer correct. Well done. MashaAllah, well done. That's really amazing. AD Crew still in number 1. We've got Abu Yusuf jump back into the position, but the top 3 remains unchanged. Right. So there's no question here. This is the new section. So this bit here involves me reading a surah to you. So today we're going to read a surah provided to us by a great teacher of mine, a friend of mine, a mentor of mine. He's someone who's been teaching Quran for many, many years, Dr. Musharraf Hussain. He has provided an amazing translation of the Quran, mashallah. I've taken an extract, and for this next section, I'm going to read this extract to you. And your job is to see how much of it you can remember, inshallah. So, this surah is Surah Al-Fajr. Yeah? Surah Al-Fajr, you can remember that. And I'm going to read the English. Try and remember as much of it as you can. See how much you take in, and we're going to ask you questions. That could be on anything in this surah, but it won't be on anything outside of this surah. Okay? Does that make sense? So let me read this to you. And inshallah, this is of benefit. This is, inshallah, letting you learn something new today and get an insight into the Quran. So, it starts off, in the name of Allah, the kind, the caring. Now, the beautiful thing about Dr. Musharraf's translation is he has titles for each of the different sections, which gives you a theme about what this is about. So he says here, it's reminders from past civilizations. The first ayah, by the dawn, by the 10 holy nights, by the even and the odd numbers, and by the night as it slips away. Isn't there a convincing oath for an intelligent person? Haven't you considered how your Lord dealt with the people of Ad, of Iram and its lofty pillars, and the likes of which haven't existed in other lands, and the people of Thamud, who carved homes out of rocks in the valley, and the people and Pharaoh, his temples with massive columns, those who transgressed in the lands, who brought about havoc throughout them? Your Lord let loose a scourge of suffering against them. Your Lord is ever watchful. The next section on ingratitude and disbelief are linked. The mortal man, when his Lord tests him with honor and blessing, says, "My Lord has honored me." However, when he tests him by lessening his provisions, he says, "My Lord has shamed me." On the contrary, it is you Meccans who didn't honor the orphan and didn't urge others to feed the needy, while you consume the whole of the orphan's inheritance and with your insatiable love of wealth. The harshest of harsh punishments. So, how will you fare when the earth is ground to dust, and when your Lord makes his majestic appearance, and the angels standing in rows upon row? That day hell will be brought close. People will then remember, but how will remembering benefit them now? They will say, if only we had something to show for our lives. Then on that day he will punish as no one ever punished, and he will chain them as no one will ever chain. And finally, the last sentence or paragraph is a greeting of sheer and utter bliss. Allah will say, O happy soul, return to your Lord cheerfully and loved. Now join the company of my servants and come into my paradise. So, this is the Surah of Al-Fajr. Hopefully you made some notes, you've remembered some things. We're going to go back into the quiz. So, can you remember which surah this discusses? Now, for those of you interested, of course, we are the Quran Club, and our app actually has the translation of Dr. Musharraf in the app. It's one of the only apps, if I recall. In fact, the only app that contains this translation. You can download it. It's a beautiful translation, and it splits it into very, very beautiful segments, and it uses English that's very, very easy to understand. So no more complicated words that you might struggle with. So, can you remember what this surah discusses? Let's begin. First, which group is not mentioned in Surah Al-Fajr? Is it Madian, Pharaoh, Ad, or Thamud? Now this is the... I didn't choose this music, it just comes up, but it is to do with Who Wants to Be a Millionaire, I believe. So, those of you who the internet may be a bit slow, you can refresh or move your browser forward after you've answered the question, of course, just to let yourself catch up. But hopefully you're all there and you're taking part, insha'allah. So, it seems like it's technical issues, but this is all a bit of an experiment. We're going to see how this works. I think the issue is on YouTube's fault, not mine, I promise. But inshallah, let's see how you guys get on and how this quiz is going on. Inshallah. Okay. So, let's try and fix this lag. Give us one moment, inshallah. Okay. I'm unsure how... Right, everyone, I am so sorry. This is the first time I'm doing this, so in such a large number. So it probably worked okay. We're going to try different solutions. So hopefully you can all see me, and I'm reading the YouTube comments. It seems to say that people are back. So if you've got some points mistaken, got it wrong, then I'm sorry. That's unfortunately there's not much I can do. But we'll take that into account. Don't worry, there's more questions coming up, inshallah, at the end. Can someone drop me a message on the live chat to give me a thumbs up? Because there's no other way I can see. Yes, so Kahoot is not working. For those of you who need to retry it, you can type in the link from the bottom, which I will paste into the live stream. And I will paste the code again, just so you're all okay with it, inshallah. So, thank you very much. We'll learn and live, and inshallah we'll try different solutions after this. So I saw a couple of thumbs up. Let's carry on. Now this one I think messed up everyone because the question, we'll disqualify that question. We'll pretend it wasn't there. Don't worry, inshallah. So, complete this sentence. Your Lord is ever what? Now of course it's from Surah Al-Fajr. Is it your Lord is ever watchful, powerful, merciful, or knowing? What did Surah Al-Fajr say? Is it your Lord is ever watchful, powerful, merciful, or knowing? Now you've probably, with all that chaoticness and stuff going on, probably forgot what Surah Al-Fajr was saying. Or maybe you memorized it. Maybe, I don't know, maybe it stuck with you, the meaning, insha'Allah. So fill in your answers as you're going on, and let's see if you can get the right answer, insha'Allah. So, alhamdulillah. So clearly making Brother Nuruddin happy. If I make one person smile, I think that's good. He's laughing. Nuruddin, you're amazing. And inshallah, you guys are able to engage. The good news is, for those who are still in, is inshallah, you have more of a chance of winning because you stuck it through and you're still here. So hopefully it's not lagging as much and you can get your answers, and we'll see how it gets on, inshallah. So complete this sentence. Your Lord is ever what? Your Lord is ever watchful. Very good. So, Arish is jumping back up. AD Group still at the top. Let's see how we get on. Allah Azza Jal mentions a series of actions the Meccans did not do. Which one was not? Which one was mentioned? So the double negative here is there to throw you out. So, is it visiting family, bringing havoc to the land, not honouring the orphans, or praying salah? Which one did the Meccans, or which one did Allah not mention in the Quran about what the Meccans did not do? So let's see which one you can get. Visiting family, bringing havoc to the land, not honouring the orphans, or praying salah. It's a tough one, but it's all there. It's all in that surah. See how much of you memorised, how much you can remember. Very interesting. But then this is something important, because of course with all of this there is a deeper meaning that we need to remember. Allah Azza criticised them for doing things that were bad, and if we learn those things, then inshallah we can remember them as well, and we can improve from then on. So almost time's up. Right, 18 people got it right. Very good. So a lot of you are paying attention. The order hasn't changed, undisturbed. So all those at the top got it right, which is very good. Next one. What did Allah describe them having an insatiable appetite for? Was it murder, women, food, or wealth? Murder, women, food, or wealth. What did Allah describe them having an insatiable appetite for? If you can remember the ayah. Which one did Allah Azza mention? So, there's a lot to think about here. Answers are coming in. It's a tough question. I wonder if you can remember the Arabic. That's the real test. And of course, the meaning is very, very important. Whenever you learn the Quran, always try and remember to learn the meaning with it. So you can understand it, you can relate to it, and you can follow, inshallah. So, Allah has described them having an insatiable love for murder, women, food, or wealth. Which one was it? Now, I don't know. I might have a lot of love for food. But which one did Allah mention about them? Very good. Well, most of you got that right. So wealth, very good. Noor has jumped into place 4, but the top 3 remain unchanged. The AD crew seems to be doing the best. Whoever is this AD crew, we have to find out. Right. So, the third section. This is all about learning the words. Now, what we're going to do is we're going to show a surah. And this surah is courtesy of our friends on Quran.com. Now what you need to do, whenever you learn the Quran, it's important to begin to try and learn some of the vocabulary within the Quran. So what we're going to do is we're going to read this surah, a surah all of you I'm sure are very familiar with, and just get you to go through each of the individual words and make sure that you understand them. and you learn them. Now, the next section is going to ask you, what does this word mean? And you have to answer the right question. So, Allah just says, قُلْ هُوَ اللَّهُ أَحَدٌ. Say, He is Allah the One. Now, of course, we're doing a word-for-word translation. You have other translations here, literally, but I want you to know what the words mean. Say, He is Allah the One. Allahu Samad. Allah, the Eternal, the Absolute. Okay? Lam yalid wa lam yulad. Not, or He begets not. So that's how it would literally be translated. But the word lam means not. Yalid, He begets. So in the Arabic, you put the negative, the negation before the verb. So lam yalid, He does not beget. Wa lam yulad. And He is not begotten, i.e. He is not given birth, nor has He been given birth to. وَلَمْ يَكُنْ, and wa is and, lam and not, yakun is, lahu for Him, kufuwan ahad, so equivalent and any, or one again. Yeah. So I hope you paid attention. Each of these words are now going to come up in the quiz. And your job is to try and answer the correct one. So, are we ready to carry on, insha'Allah? So, hopefully you all followed that and are ready to answer the questions on what these words mean, insha'Allah. What does this word mean? And the word is qul. Is it say, hear, love, or mercy? Say, hear, love, or mercy. Can you remember what that word means? Now, of course, the objective here is to, over these quizzes, teach you some of the words of the Arabic language, inshallah. Qul, a word we've probably heard often. Does it mean say, hear, love, or mercy? Now, of course, a lot of you are getting these right. Very good. Very competitive. Good to see a lot of you still with us, bearing with us over these technical issues. But alhamdulillah, you're all getting the right answers. Most of you impressed me a lot with the answers to the last question, mashallah. Very, very, very good. And I'm sure some of those younger kids out there who are taking part doing a fantastic job. Yeah, probably helping and carrying their families along in this quiz. Now it's good because you get to see how everyone else is competing and getting on, inshallah. So, qul means to say. Very good. So 29 of you got that right. Excellent job. AD crew still in number 1. Arish number 2. Noor has jumped to 3rd place. Ubad and Huda dropped. And we've got Ismail and Umar in the highest climbers of 9 places. Very impressive. Now what does this word mean? Another word. Another question. Yalid. Does it mean begets, begotten, one, or eternal? Now, of course, we've mentioned the words that were in that translation, just to keep it fair, so that you can all, of course, use the correct wording, insha'Allah. So, Yalid means begets, begotten, one, or eternal. Which one is it? Very, very good. Now, you might not know this. You might think this is just a couple of friends taking part. We have people in Nigeria joining us today. Assalamu alaikum, people in Nigeria. We have people from the blessed land of Solihull. Assalamu alaikum, all those in Solihull. And of course, the Alton Massive. Big salams to all of you. Those in London, those all the way in Pakistan as well. We have a couple of people participating. Alhamdulillah, it's a global quiz. And we're going to know who knows the meaning of Yalid across all those different countries. So begets, begotten, one, or eternal. And the answer is begets. Yalid. To be fair, I didn't want to use the word begets, but I have to use the word they used. It's not very fair. But beget means to give birth, right? So Allah does not give birth to anyone. Now, who decided to call themselves babe? Naughty, 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 as someone would say. Very, very, very... Well, fair enough. AD crew is repping us right at the top. Still tight in the top 5. Let's see how everyone else is getting on. So what does this word mean? Lam. Does it mean has, is, not, or and? Lam. Does it mean has, is, not, or and? Now, of course, this question here, tough question, but I know that all of you, I have faith in you, inshallah, that you can answer this. Because you're all learning these words as you're going along. And of course, you're all going to be able to benefit and to grow and to really, inshallah, increase, inshallah, from that. So, alhamdulillah, you're all benefiting and growing. How do I know where people are from? Very good question. I don't. But I know and recognize some of the names of members in the Quran Club. Thank you for joining us and being a part of the Quran Club all these years. Whether it's the WhatsApp group or the app, inshallah you find that of tremendous benefit and something which you can grow and use forever and ever and ever, inshallah. We've got over 20,000 members on that WhatsApp group. It all started off from just a group of 20 of us. And of course the app has over 350,000 people. Lam, very good. Most of you, if not all of you, got that right. So 30. So not much change here, just about the speed of the button. Abad and Huda jump right up. Babe is still in second place. Very interesting name. Bernie, what does this word mean? Ahad. Does it mean eternal, one, and, or worship? What does it mean? Now we've got Mr. Omar Siddiqui. He's asked me to say, well, he hasn't asked me, but he said it, and I feel the love. He's put a love icon. Pakistan, Zindabad. Of course, mashallah. Of course, we love lots of love for our brothers over there. Now, of course, we're all stuck in our home, we're all in lockdown, but we wanted to create that feeling that people are still connected, that we are still one family. Muslims are around the world connecting, engaging, and wanting to learn the Quran. And hopefully, this is a good family activity to keep us engaged and keep us all in one place, inshallah, enjoying this. So we've had a good number of answers. Does Ahad mean the eternal, the one, and or worship? Which one is it? It's a tough question. Testing your how well you're paying attention. Of course, those who know Arabic will have an advantage, but we all want you to be learning this, inshallah. Very good. One is the correct answer. Not much change there. AD crew still at the top. Babe is on fire. There's some naughty jokes there. Very, very naughty. But Abad and Huda in third place. Very good. What does this word mean? Huwa. Does it mean to, is, and, or he? Which one is it? Huwa, is it to, is, and, or he? So which one is it? It's a tough question. This one you've probably heard all the time. Huwa, huwa, huwa. What's that used? What context is it used? And how is it used in the Quran specifically? Now those of you who of course remember Allah, and that's all of us, you will read this word very, very often. Sometimes in every salah for some of us. There was a man who the Prophet ﷺ told will definitely enter paradise because of his love for Surah Al-Ikhlas, because of his love for Surah Allahu Ahad. And the word huwa here is in the very first sentence of that surah. So after all those years of reading it, how much of it have you remembered the actual meanings of? Insha'Allah. So let's find out the answer. 27 of you got that right. Well done. So you guys are experts in the Arabic language. Very, very good. Abad has jumped up a place. Babe clearly got that wrong. Unfortunately, jumped back into third position. Now this is the fourth round. Here we need to find the ayah. So, this is a tough round. I'm going to show you an ayah, and you need to state which surah this ayah is in. It's tough. It's not easy. Now, those of you who struggle, you have the Quran in front of you. I'll give you some time to get the Quran, and inshallah, you can use that to help you find the specific ayah. But you will have an option of 4 if that does make things easier. So you can jump to that surah and check, is that ayah in there? Those of you who know and are more familiar with the Quran, then of course you'll get more and more speed. Okay? So, those of you who are, insha'allah, joining us, see, this is the beauty of people being around the world. Some people, it's Maghrib time already. We've got Maghrib in about 10 minutes, don't we? We'll finish before then, insha'allah. So, let's see if you can find the ayah. Now, this is a hard round. This is really going to whittle people down to see how well you know Surah and Juz' Amma. Which surah contains this ayah? Malikin Nas. Malikin Nas. Is it Surah Al-Falaq, Al-Zalzala, Al-Nas, or Al-Takathur? Which one is it? Al-Falaq, Al-Zalzala, Al-Nas, or Al-Takathur? The ayah is Malikin Nas. Which ayah, or where is this ayah found? So, inshallah, you all are familiar with this surah. You're all familiar with where this is found. Don't worry, if there's a lag, we're all facing the same lag. We all have the same delay. So no one is disadvantaged. We thought this through. But inshallah, so long as you receive the question and you can answer it in time, that's fine. It's all about how well you know the Quran. Malikin Nas, where can that be found? Which surah? Al-Falaq, Al-Zalzala, Al-Nas, or Al-Takathur? Very good. All of you know that surah. All of you got it right. It's in Surah Al-Nas, of course. Third ayah. قُلْ أَعُوذُ بِرَبِّ النَّاسِ مَلِكِ النَّاسِ. Second ayah, in fact. Next surah. Next ayah, rather. Which surah is this ayah in? فَلْيَعْبُدُوا رَبَّ هَذَا الْبَيْتِ. Is it in Nazi'at, Al-Ma'un, Al-Tariq, or Quraysh? فَلْيَعْبُدُوا رَبَّ هَذَا الْبَيْتِ. Is it in Al-Nazi'at, Al-Ma'un, Al-Tariq, or Quraysh? Which one is it in? It's a tough question. Really tests you. Even those who know the Quran and may have memorized the surah, it's not something that comes instantly necessarily. It takes a bit of time to think through and get it right. But inshallah, فَلْيَعْبُدُوا رَبَّ هَذَا الْبَيْتِ. Which one is it? So some of you guys are beginning to answer. Alhamdulillah. Inshallah, we will be pausing for Maghrib very soon. Inshallah. Right, we have you back. I had to refresh the stream to make sure we can catch it up. There seems to be a lagging issue. We will get to the bottom of this, inshallah. But we'll finish with one more question, and then we'll finish the quiz, inshallah. So this is a tiebreaker. Let's see if you can get this one right. Even if you got the other ones wrong, let's see how you get on. وَهَذَا الْبَلَدِ الْأَمِينَ. Is it in Surah Al-Teen, Al-Balad, Al-Nasr, or Abasa? وَهَذَا الْبَلَدِ الْأَمِينَ. Wow, that refresh really boosted the lag. All of you came back on time. Alhamdulillah. So it's good to see that people are familiar with this surah. وَهَذَا الْبَلَدِ الْأَمِينَ. Which surah is it in? التين, البلد, النصر, وعبسة. So a good number of answers coming in. That really did improve it. So maybe there is a problem when we're switching windows, insha'allah. So it seems that everyone's answered their question. التين is the right answer. Trick question. It has al-balad in it, but it's not Surah al-balad. It's وَالتِّينِ وَالزَّيْتُونِ وَطُورِ سِينِينَ وَهَذَا الْبَلَدِ الْأَمِينَ. And it's referring to the city of Medina, when Allah is oathing وَالتِّينِ وَالزَّيْتُونِ by the place of figs and olives, which is where? Do you know? It's of the city of Palestine. وَطُورِ سِينِينَ. And the Mount of Tur, which of course refers to Sayyidina Musa. وَالتِّينِ وَالزَّيْتُونِ referring to Palestine for Jesus, and وَهَذَا الْبَلَدِ الْأَمِينَ of the Prophet ﷺ. So that's the reference there. So he's going to throw a lot of people off. Darth Vader! Oh my God! He's come back! He's jumped into third place. Guys, we can't let the Sith Lord win. It's not allowed. AD crew is still way ahead. This is these guys, AD, whoever they are. Which surah is this ayah in? Do one more question because I'm enjoying this one. فَأَلْهَمَهَا فُجُورَهَا وَتَقْوَاهَا. Is it in Surah Al-Layl, Al-Shams, Al-Kawthar, or Al-Masad? Let's see how you guys answer. So because the lag is cut, we're going to answer maybe a few more questions. Got a bit more time for Maghrib. Hopefully it's working for you guys. Insha'Allah. Now, whoever it is that's writing the answers in the chat box, that's naughty, alright? Don't do that. You'll be giving away the answers to everyone else. You want to keep the answers to yourself. See who's going to get the most. Only answer it on the pad. Of course, you can't answer it in the comment box. So we've got 28 people who responded. Some of you are still unable to respond. Inshallah, we'll finish very soon. But we'll just finish this round of questions. So فَأَلْهَمَهَا فُجُورَهَا وَتَقْوَاهَا. Ash-Shams. Very good. All of you got that right. Very impressed. See, this one wasn't so tricky. Very good. And the last question, or the last section, we'll probably skip this for now, although I will need to do it this way. So, right, after pressing the wrong button, we've got the podium. Juz Amma, Darth Vader is in third place. We couldn't eliminate the Sith Lord. Ubad and Huda in second place. And in first place we have the AD crew. Very well done. And Arish, J and Zaid in fourth and fifth place respectively. Hope you enjoyed that. Do share with me your feedback. I am very aware of the technical issues, but do let me know if you had issues or you didn't. This of course is a testing ground for us. We are trying to work it out. We're trying to figure out how it's all there. And we wanted to give you a bit of entertainment in the lockdown. You're all stuck at home. Maybe you can have a bit of fun family quiz we can enjoy with other people, and you can see how you compare with other people, inshallah. I've been Talha Ghannam. We will try and do this again. If you enjoyed it, let me know. You can message me on Facebook, you can message me on Instagram, you can message me through the Quran Club support messages as well. I will receive all the emails and I will try and respond. This has, of course, been a really new experience for us, and inshallah it's been beneficial for you. We want to make this, our vision for this is that we can begin to teach people some things about the Quran. We wanted to know what you think about the types of questions we asked, about the method of teaching, and perhaps, inshallah, this can be a fun way to get the kids and the family together around a touchpad and to work together. Now we're going to work on some settings, we will try and fix those lag issues. But some of it, I'm afraid, might be down to your own internet, and that's not something we can necessarily fix. But inshallah, we'll try and find a way. Because where there's a will, there's a way, inshallah. Please remember us in your du'as for Maghrib. Inshallah, we'll try and get this ready for Ramadan to be proper, smooth and elegant, inshallah. Jazakallah khair. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.